Hey, what is up everybody? My name is VTX Hobbies and today we're going to be doing the FlySky FS-i6 mod, longer range mod. So this is actually a really simple thing to do. It doesn't really require any soldering or any like super confusing stuff. It's actually really easy to do. So the supplies you're going to need beforehand are, okay. You need a 2.4 gigahertz antenna, and this is the one I ordered. Link will be in the description. And then you need some IPX to RPSMA connectors. So I got a pack of 2. I only need 1, but that's the stuff that you need. The other supplies you may need are a hot glue gun and perhaps a drill. All right, let's get started. So first thing you want to do, make sure the radio is off, of course. I don't think you need to take the batteries out. Alright, so turn it over, take a screwdriver, and just remove all the rear screws. Alright, once you've loosened all the screws, I do recommend getting a magnet to hold them with. I have here just a simple magnet. We can go in and take all the screws. This one will come out. Just stick all the screws onto a magnet, that way you don't lose them. Also, I want to apologize right now for the shadows. It's currently sort of evening-ish where I'm at, so the sun is coming in through the window and making a weird shadow. Alright, so turn it over, and it should just kind of come apart. Alright, I've opened it up. I had to use a screwdriver to kind of pry in the edges a little bit. It wasn't that firmly attached together. But, alright, so right here you see this is half of the little antenna thing that it has already. So these little antenna bits here, you don't really need them anymore. I don't know if this side's one, yeah, it will come out. Alright, so yeah, you just want to remove these little plastic antenna covers. And you can go ahead and unplug the power connector and the data connector, and remember there too, this is for power right here, this is for the little back computer port, so we can set this aside for now. Right, so here you will notice there's a little 2.4 gigahertz antenna connected right here to this connector, and right next to it it says ANT2 underneath the little IPX connector, ANT2. And then there's another one that's up here that is antenna 1. So we just want to go ahead and pop that off. I'm going to be gentle with this part, you don't want to break it. So yeah, just use a screwdriver. It pops off really easily. And then you can just kind of pull it out. So here I have the original antenna and its little IPX connector. We can set this aside. I recommend not losing it in case you ever want to actually use it again. Now you want to take your IPX to RPSMA connector, which I have one of them right here. And then in the bag you should also have these little metal rings that screw onto it. You may not need them, but you get some washers and some little nuts to actually screw them into whatever you want. So save your extras. You may need them one day. So right off, I can see that this will fit in the original hole pretty easily. Maybe just some hot glue will be needed to secure it. So yeah, you just want to take your little IPX connector right here and just kind of thread it under the wires like it originally was. And then you just want to plug it back into antenna 2. If I can do it here. Might be a little bit tough. I'm going to get a pair of pliers here to do this. Alright, it's been clicked back in. So now as you can see, we have a little connector coming out of here. This is called an RPSMA connector. And this wire here is a bit long, but that does not really matter that much because it'll just kind of coil up. Alright, so now you can see we have the RPSMA connector just sticking out of the original hole that was already there. And we are going to use some hot glue and some little nuts. So we take our washer, put it on, and we take this little nut here. Now this is not tight enough to just leave it. I mean, you probably could, but I'm just going to tighten this up a little bit here. Alright, so I've tightened it up a bit. It's not as tight as it could be, but this is just to kind of hold it in place for now. Now, we just want to take our hot glue. I've had this preheating and it's nice and hot now. You just want to kind of glue it in. Don't worry about making anything here perfect. It's not a super important thing to get perfect. I am gonna put a little bit on the top as well. And as usual, you don't really have to use hot glue. You can use any glue. You can use epoxy or just any kind of glue you want. Hot glue I use because it's easy, it's cheap, and it's what I have. Alright, that's looking pretty good right now. Now let's go ahead and open up our antenna and put it on. This is just a normal 2.4 gigahertz antenna, and it does fold like this, which is a pretty cool feature of it. The back is still not on this remote yet. Oh, and it appears I've broken my hot glue. Maybe we should hot glue it after we attach the antenna. Alright, now that I have glued it in place, it may take you a second to try and find the best position to glue this in. I also, you could just drill a hole elsewhere in the radio for like precision mounting. I would do that, except there's already a hole here, and I just want to see how this works out. So once you've done that, you want to take your little connectors. Here, I don't know if it'll actually support its own weight yet. Alright, so now that we've put it in there and hot glued it, we want to go ahead and take our power cord and just plug them back in. Plug your data connection back in. You can't plug them in wrong because it won't let you. Alright, and then you just want to reassemble the radio. Just kind of hand squeeze everything. Alright, and I did go ahead and add a few extra little globs of glue onto the outside. So yours will probably be a little different than this. You may drill a hole for the connector, or you may not drill a hole. You may do it better than I did, but in principle this will be basically the same sort of thing. And man, these hot glue strings will not stop coming. One thing I hate about hot glue is the strings, and you can some hot glue connections will look really nice and others are, look at this, there's strings all over my hand. It's like spider webs. Alright, I did take out the batteries, so let's put them back in. If I can even do it right. Alright, that is the final product, and you can change the adjustment of the antenna for this particular one. You can bend it so it's like that, or you can just make it straight. Straight would be good, I guess, if you're flying like an airplane right above you or something. So yeah, that is how you do the mod right there. I may make another video where I do a comparison test, where I'll test the range before the mod and the range after the mod, and we'll just see how it works. But so yeah, I don't have anything connected to it currently. No receiver, but we will do that in another video. So yeah, that's how you do the mod. Really simple, really easy, really quick, no soldering required. No crazy hacks or anything. In fact, this is probably the safest mod you can do to this radio. There's others where you can like flash different firmware to it to give it more channels and whatnot. So yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this tutorial on how to do the antenna or range mod upgrade. There'll probably be another video coming out soon where I do a comparison. And I just want to say, I'm going to say it again, I am not responsible for any damages you do to your radio. If you destroy it, that's not my fault. You just got to be careful. Don't use any heavy tools. Be gentle with everything. And you should be really good. So I hope you guys did enjoy this tutorial. If you have any questions, comments, just leave them in the comments. And if you like what other stuff I do on my channel, you can go ahead and subscribe. So I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye!